A first-day employee walked out of this gas station with $17,000 in cash. Imagine crossing the street to get your family a bite to eat when you were then struck and killed while doing so. VGK fans are out today, and not for the reason you might expect. We are here at City National Arena, where a new bill is underway making it illegal to pump your own gas. State Representative Camille Lilly. In other news, a man was beaten, carjacked, and robbed at a car wash, and he believes it was all a setup. Welcome to this week's edition of the Rebel Report, where we bring you coverage of the local sports world the Las Vegas Valley has to offer. According to a court filing last week, 39-year-old John Matthew Chapman, who lured Jamie Feeden in the Nevada. Wow, that definitely sounds like a team I'd want to be a part of. The Rebels continue with their season with a total of 22 games remaining. Post club owners have decided to turn the property into a sanctuary to help the mourning community heal. The sanctuary for the seniors on the team, this is more than just a game. This is the end of their college tennis career, but the beginning of their life. The jury found Gradville Ritchie guilty of first-degree murder, sexual battery, and aggravated child abuse. Good job. A mother is thankful tonight as she gets to hold her toddler who was struck by a truck near downtown. The 1-year-old is lucky to be alive and recovering after the incident that could have very well claimed his life. It was here at this motel where a child was hit by a truck.
We had just came in because getting ready to get baths and all that old good stuff and straighten up a little bit, takes the trash out, and next thing I know, my baby's laying up under the truck.
An innocent conversation between the boy's mother and family friend, Clarence Howard, is what led to the accident. Both Dee McGuire and Howard had no idea the young boy was even playing outside near the truck.
But when I looked, he was like laying on the ground on his stomach as if he was trying to get up.
I started pulling off, and some kind of way, little fat, that's what I call her son, had come out of a room and had come around on the other side of a truck that was parked there. And as I pulled off, I heard somebody say, wait a minute. And the truck actually bumped him and knocked him over.
The boy's mother's main concern was if her child had suffered any broken bones. Howard drove the mother and child to the medical center where they learned the child suffered no broken bones. He was later moved to another hospital for further testing and also showed no serious injuries.
Accidents do happen, and you just can't keep your eye on them all the time because they're a lot quicker than you think they are.
So, it was an accident, point blank, that I wish didn't happen, but it's something that should make us all aware of how these kids are today and how spontaneous they are, because anything could happen at any second.
Police have spoken to the driver and have ruled this an accident. Back to you. A veteran of the elite tennis world of the Southeastern Conference, Coach Kevin Corey was named to lead the UNLV women's tennis program in August of 1999. And ever since then, he has proven in several ways why he deserves that very title. Kevin Corey has been head UNLV women's coach for 20 years and has had 334 wins and only 158 losses, making him one of UNLV's most successful coaches of any UNLV sport.
Well, I knew I wanted to get into college coaching like in the late 90s. I was a tennis director at a private club and had decided I wanted to just work with competitive players, so I started looking into the coaching aspect. We started playing tennis when we were young. Our parents both played, and so we'd go to the club with them and then just wanted to play ourselves because we'd get bored or whatever being at the club, and so we started at a pretty early age.
When I asked Coach what he believes has contributed to his success,
fortunately, we've had a lot of great student athletes over the years, and we've recruited well, and we've had some really good kids that have turned out to be great tennis players.
One of those great tennis players is senior Iwen Zhu. She shares her favorite aspects of her beloved coach.
Very nice, but he push you to your to help you to reach your potential.
Mark Wallington has worked with Coach Corey for the entirety of his 20 years being at UNLV.
Coach Corey has proved that he's a winner. He won the Mountain West Championship his first season as our head coach and has won 11 since then combined. So when you think of Kevin Corey, you think of winning, and that's a great thing as a coach.
UNLV has many hidden figures, and Coach Corey is simply one of them. We want to make sure his achievements don't go unnoticed. Back to you. As firefighters make sure the fire does not flare up, Residents are preparing to start over.
Yes, they just screamed, "There's a fire, get out." I mean, everybody heard the pounding on the door.
It was dark and cold in the middle of the night when the fire started. Most people were sleeping, including resident Mia Carter.
I'm laying on my sofa and I hear this big crash, which sounded like outside of my patio. So I get up and I see this big red light.
Mia said the man who lives above her stated that he believes the fire started in his kitchen while asleep, but has no idea what may have brought it on. She didn't think to grab anything but her phone.
It's just stuff, you know, but a lot of it has sentimental value. You always see stories like this on the news or, you know, feel bad, but once it happens to you, it's kind of like, it's indescribable. Like, I can't even.
There were a total of 10 apartments demolished from the fire, and Mia's was one of them.
Trying to figure out where do I begin, because just starting over completely, no shoes, no clothes, no anything. And I've worked literally so hard from the bottom up. I'm only 26, just graduated. So I'm just trying to figure out where do I begin.
Firefighters have still yet to determine the cause of the fire as residents prepare to pick up the pieces of this disaster. Back to you. With the ongoing accidents downtown involving pedestrians, many people wonder, is Lower Broadway a safe zone for civilians walking the streets? The issue has grown greater, and now people feel there needs to be something done about it. Officers responded to an accident involving 4 pedestrians just before 3 o'clock this morning. The pedestrians walked in front of ongoing traffic without looking. 2 of the victims are considered in serious condition, but not life-threatening, and all were taken to University Medical Center for treatment.
Officers have viewed surveillance video from 2 of the businesses down here on Broadway. We'll be collecting those later. And they've spoken with several witnesses who indicate that the pedestrian stepped out in front of traffic without looking. The driver of the vehicle that struck the pedestrian stayed on the scene. He submitted voluntarily to field sobriety testing. There is absolutely no indication that the driver of the vehicle was under any sort of influence of alcohol or drugs. He's being cooperative with the police department at this time. Our officers are going to begin working the crash scene here in just a minute, and it should be cleared up within the next 30 to 45 minutes.
Police say charges will not be made against the driver and recommends all pedestrians to use crosswalks in the area and to be aware of their surroundings. Back to you at the desk.